stablecoins are going to be more important every week for the rest of our lives. And that's as clear as me as anything. That's by far the easiest bet to make in crypto is in the next 4 years, payments are going to explode.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that was Mike Novogratz, a person that if you take your emotion out of this space, which I know many of the people that I listen to have a hard time doing, but you'll learn a lot from Mike. He has ears in places that only a few people have permission to be. I'm going to play another clip for you at the end of this video where I think he drops some alpha on what Tether is going to do to come into compliance. Okay, stablecoins, let's get into it, because if you're not paying attention to what's happening in the stablecoin space, you are just going to miss where all the opportunities are, because where the stablecoins are playing are the chains that are going to make it. And for Ripple, stablecoins be the go-to solution for their Ripple payments. In this doc, which is dated the 14th of November, XRP is said to be used for the more complex currency flows, the long tail rare corridors with low liquidity. For example, Africa is one of those places, especially East Africa, is where that still will work. But in the next few years, everybody, central banks down to the regional, local, community banks, they're going to have their own stablecoins. And from Dubai is Money GCC. He does some of the best research. He really understands this space. He really understands blockchain. And he said that I'm pretty sure that RLUSD, that's the stablecoin by Ripple, will end up operating the largest liquidity pools on the root network, as unlike the XRPL, FUTUREVERSE purposely built the network for all forms of legal finance that will require more logic to implement trade finance. Logic is your smart contracts. The KYC, AML, that's Know Your Customer, anti-money laundering, and a more robust and adaptable incentivized validator network. Yes, they incentivize those validators. Commerce from the big brands, and then we know that that is FUTUREVERSE's real, I don't want to say forte, that is their specialty, is really satisfying a Web3 experience for the big brands. Yeah, they're going to run on root. I 100% agree. And did you find it a little odd that the legendary investor Dan Tapiero noticed Brad Garlinghouse is plugged into DC, along with XRP being used as a gas token for the FUTUREVERSE root network, and recognized that the survivors have value? Well, as I remembered, of course he knows about XRP. He led the round with the participation of Ripple for the FUTUREVERSE roll-up of 11 Web3 companies to create the open Metaverse. That was a $54 million Series A funding round. And if you look to see what Dan Tapiero has in his portfolio, it's only the best of the best in this space. And I'm not getting off track here when I tell you that JP Morgan in their Project Epic foretells so many things. If you don't have a robust privacy, you're not going to be the top go-to solution for institutional tokenization, period. You need to pay close attention to those who focus on confidentiality and privacy in a compliant way, because this is going to be pivotal for the institutional adoption of tokenization. Let me remind you, I had Otto on the channel, and Otto is all about smart finance on the blockchain, which will be the first blockchain to have Ripple custody, but they are safe, compliant, and have privacy first and foremost in their solution. And with Swell, Remember that they won this year's Ripple Innovation Award. It is going to be one of the leading solutions to enable the future of digital finance for the digital asset XRP and for Ripple. And keeping with Ripple just a little bit longer, a huge thanks coming from Emi Yoshikawa. She is living in the Bay Area, but she is originally from Japan. She was doing some strategic initiatives for Japan and Korea, and she is now flying out of the nest. I don't know where she's going. I did ask. And I'm also curious if this means she'll step down from the SBI Ripple Asia board as well. I would think she would, but you just don't know, because oftentimes these Ripple employees do something that's in conjunction with a partner that is with deep into the Ripple ecosystem. So we'll just have to wait and see. There's never anybody who can't be replaced, so it just opens the door for another bright new talent. And from Japan, we have the Michael Saylor, or I should say the MicroStrategies of Japan. This is MetaPlanet, and they have issued a brand new 1.75 billion yen bond to buy more Bitcoin. They are one of the first who are putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet. I have been in touch with the CEO, and I'm happy to say that I've got him lined up for an interview next week. And Bitcoin is back in the green, going over 92,000. And look at that. We've got Doge on the move. We've got SUI on the move. We have Shiba on the move. It's looking very good. H-bar still very strong, sitting at 13 cents, up 24% on the 24-hour. I expect this next run is going to get very, very interesting. A big announcement from SUI, they reached 30 million active accounts. Wow, that's just crazy. They did this in less than 18 months. And I'm very excited to hear what Grayscale has to say. Their head of product and research is going to join the SUI X space it'll be my Friday at 3 a.m. Don't pay attention to that time or day because, you don't live in Japan. But if you live in Japan, well, yes, join me in the middle of the night. I'm definitely going to listen to this because they're going to discuss how traditional finance embraces crypto and SUI. I think there's going to be a big announcement in this space. And before I play that last Novogratz clip, I want to tell you that Tether, it's not going anywhere but up. I'm so sick and tired of hearing too many key opinion leaders in the XRP community fall into the same unresearched narrative about Tether. Tether today is not the Tether that it was 4, 5, 6 years ago. They now announced that they've invested in the MICA compliant stablecoins through Quantos, and they are a payments company. They've got a euro, they've got a USD pegged. It's an e-money token, respectively designed to be compliant for MICA. This is not only just a payment solution, it's going to leverage Hadron by Tether. This is a key point because I've told you Tether was coming with a tokenization platform. This is Tether's strategy to position itself as a leading technology for real-world assets, becoming the backbone of the asset tokenization space. This is just the beginning, and with their balance sheet, holy cow, there is no stopping them, which is why I say it's not going anywhere but up. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
Right now, stablecoins are the 15th largest owners of treasuries in the world, right? China owns treasuries, Japan owns treasuries, right? All these big central banks own treasuries. Stablecoins are the 15th largest. I would bet my shoes, and they are very nice shoes, that in 4 years, stablecoins will be a top 5 owner of U.S. treasuries in the world. So if I'm the head of the national security or if I'm the treasury secretary, I would probably want the guy that's running the biggest stable US dollar stable coin to be an American, not Italian. And so how that gets played out, how that plays out, what stablecoin legislation looks like. And it might be as simple as, hey, you can be a foreign owner, but it's all got to be custodied here. Like there might be some compromises that we all can be comfortable with. But that's where the rubber's going to meet the road. Stablecoins are going to be more important every week for the rest of our lives. And that's as clear as me as anything. That's by far the easiest bet to make in crypto is in the next 4 years, payments are going to explode.